Welcome back, guys, to another episode of my Shrewsbury Town career on FIFA 15. If there's any of you that missed my first two episodes, be sure to go back and check them out. I will probably leave a link in the description below, or maybe an annotation at the top of the video here, so you can click on that and go back and have a look. Because in those two episodes, I was a bit active in the transfer market. I brought in James Wilson from Manchester United on a season-long loan, and the same with Jack Grealish from Aston Villa. Two young players that are showing bags of potential, and I just can't wait to get going and get deeper into this career mode with Shrewsbury Town, into this season in League 2. And as you guys have just saw at the start of this video, I decided to accept that loan offer from MK Dons after they allowed me to sign Dele Alli from them for Dominic Smith. So he will be joining them for a season. And if you're a Shrewsbury Town fan watching this, do not worry, I will not be selling Dominic Smith, because I know he is a player that's showing bags of potential, and I will definitely be using him throughout this career mode, so we've got plenty of time. I just thought it was wise to send him out and get him some match time for MK Dons, whilst I carry on using Granderson, Goldson, Ellis and so on for my main centre-halves throughout this season. I also signed up on a season-long loan, not much in the way of actually permanently buying someone in this transfer window, but I did sign Rangel. Now, before I put the loan offer in, I obviously sent the scouts out, and the scouting report was pointed towards, you should definitely loan him, he will be good for Shrewsbury Town this season. So got that accepted, put it all through, and I dropped him in at the deep end for Shrewsbury Town in our next game against Morecambe in League 2. Now, Rangel, throughout the whole of this game, because I played him for the full 90 minutes, I know it's extreme, I would never really do that with a player, but I felt as though we needed someone that was pacey, that could really take the ball down the right hand side and could switch from time to time as well over to the left and just try and fool the opposition from time to time. But Rangel, as you can see here as well, great run, just bursting the ball forwards, and that's what we needed in this team, and it was just a shame that Wilson couldn't put that one away there. But Rangel, though, was certainly showing a lot in this game against Morecambe in his debut game for Shrewsbury, showing that, you know, he has the ability to cement a permanent position within the Shrewsbury first team. And that's what I want in a player, especially in lower league football, someone that's going to be putting in consistent performances. The game against Morecambe ended 1-0 to Shrewsbury Town. It was a goal by Josh Vella that separated both teams. Another loanee who this time comes from Bolton. It wasn't the most convincing of wins. We had quite a few chances that went begging, which really we should have been putting away, especially that chance by James Wilson, as you saw with that finesse shot, but the keeper just pulled off a fantastic save. But a win is a win, and it's certainly something to build upon. Our next game was in the Johnson's Paint Trophy this time, and as I mentioned at the start of this series, this is a competition I would like to win. I've never done it on FIFA, so I kind of want to go all out. I did rest Akpro though, one of my main strikers, and decided to bring in Scott Vernon to replace him up front along with James Wilson. Rangel started, as you can see here, had a fantastic run, bit of skill, just cutting on the inside there, swings in the cross, trying to pick out Vernon, but it was Bradley for Crawley that headed the ball away. Weslowski picked it up and found Vernon there. Vernon feeded the ball through the centre to Dele Alli, who's pushing forwards, and he found the back of the net in front of the home fans, putting Shrewsbury Town in the lead with just under 20 minutes gone of the game. And what a start to his career at Shrewsbury he is having, Dele Alli. Great youngster who I believe in real life is actually linked with a move to Liverpool. Well, to be fair, he has been linked with many teams, not just Liverpool, but I think any team that managed to acquire Ali's services, whether it be January or in the summer, I think they'll be very pleased with what they get, because he's just showing bags of potential. That's the phrase for this video, bags of potential. Mangan for Shrewsbury went down outside the box, and that would be a free kick, and it was a yellow card of Banyo for Crawley. I'm not sure what that was all about, the tactical free kicks. I didn't need to see that, I knew it already. It was 25 yards out, and I was like, well, who do I give this to? Do I give it to Rangel? Do I give it to Ali? I decided to go with Rangel in the end and went for the shot. It was a bit poor, to be honest. It was on target, but maybe I could have done something different with the set piece, but this is it. We were still 1-0 up. We had a good lead over Crawley Town. Dele Alli here in the second half found Rangel, who was forced to make that run into the box to collect the ball, but I still managed to fire off the shot. Another good save by Ashdown though, the keeper for Crawley, and Rangel here with a bursting run. Such a powerful shot, hammered against the crossbar, shaking the whole frame, and with the ball rebounded back out, it allowed Vernon to just head that into the back of the net. So the final score, 2-0 to Shrewsbury Town, as we head through to the next round of the Johnson's Paint Trophy. Very happy with the result. We just have to make sure that we keep picking up the good results now. So our next game was against Bury, and I was feeling pretty confident actually, because as you can see, Bury were all the way down in 18th before the game kicked off. They haven't had the best starts to their campaign. They haven't even won a game yet. They've drawn 3 and they've lost 1. Whereas Town, we're in a bit of a good position at the moment. We're in 9th, and I know it's still early days and everything, but going by Bury's recent form, I could see us coming away with a win there. And it was the last game of the month as well before we headed into September. So this next game then against Bury in the league was to be played at home. It's always a bonus to play at home because it always makes you feel as though you're going to be winning and coming away with all 3 points. This is what my starting lineup looked like. Rangel on the right again. Josh Vella comes into the team, so does McAllister and Grealish. James Wilson and Akpro start up front. And for my back four, you've got Granison, Goldson and Ellis, and Knight Percival not looking too bad. It's top team, all players were looking fully fit, and I had a good chance here with Akpro. I went for the shot and it did go in. It did go in, but the damn linesman called for offside. And I hate that smirk that they do, you know, with their just the side of their cheek. Very frustrating, but fair enough, it was offside. 18 minutes into the game though, Ellis gave away a free kick and the ref came storming in and produced a red card. I was so gutted about that decision, but when you see the replay, yeah, I do kind of agree with the ref, because studs were showing as he goes in. It was just poorly timed. He was so late into the challenge, which cost him the rest of the game, which saw him taking an early shower. But I was so determined that I wanted to end the month on a high with a win against Bury, and it would be Loney from Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, that would get the opening goal. And it wasn't too bad either. I took the ball to the right side of the pitch pretty much, took the chance, hit the ball, found the bottom left hand corner from our point of view, not the keeper's. And before half time, Rangel goes down in the box. The ref does award Shrewsbury a penalty, and I was screaming. I was like, give the guy a red card. He deserves a red card. That was a terrible challenge on Rangel. No intention whatsoever to go for the ball. So malicious, you could see Rangel turning over and over and over. And it would be, for some reason, Goldson. I know he's my captain, but he's a centre-half, and centre-halves aren't really the best at taking penalties. So I switched him out for Akpro, someone that can score goals, whereas Goldson, it's a bit of a risk, really, having a defender who doesn't really get on the score sheet that very often. So up stepped Akpro, and I went for the left-hand side, and for a split second I really thought the keeper had saved it. He did get a slight touch on it with his fingertips, but it wasn't enough to stop it from actually going into the back of the net. So Shrewsbury Town 2-0 up against Bury, going in at half-time. Very comfortable lead, and we had a great chance here for James Wilson, and it was just so close going in. It was great setup by Akpa, heading the ball down for Wilson to volley. It was there for the taking, and it just didn't happen for him. Akpa got his second goal of the game. I even got a trophy out of that as well from that goal by him. Woodwork, as the ball smashed off the crossbar, and I think it hit the post as well. We'll probably see here on the replay as he struck the ball first time. Yeah, it hit the post as well. It hit the crossbar first, and then off the post, and then across the line. And we took a solid lead, 3-0 against Bury, and surely we would be coming away with all 3 points from this game. It would have been an absolute travesty if we didn't win this game now, if Bury came out of nowhere and managed to maybe get a draw from it, or even turn the game around completely. Kind of similar to what happened to me in my Manchester United career against Tottenham. But we did hold out. We did beat Bury 3-0. We held on to the clean sheet as well. So not too bad, not too shabby. Good win at home in front of the home fans. And then it was on to transfer deadline day. And then we can get down to business, start rolling up our sleeves. I didn't bring in anyone because I've already done my business, bringing in Josh Vella, Jack Grealish from Aston Villa, James Wilson, Rangel. You've seen me go through all that in the last last couple of episodes, but now is the time to get down to business and start getting the good results so we can get promoted. I do look forward to future transfer windows, especially if we do get promoted to League 1, to the Championship and so on. I like to think that my transfer budget also increases instead of staying the same that I received at the start of this season, where I only had 825,000 to spend. It'd be brilliant to have millions in the bank to bring in some brilliant players. I did receive some bad news after the transfer window had shut that Jordan Clark will be out for 6 weeks after picking up a training injury, so that was a bit of a blow. So fingers crossed that nothing happens to Rangel now, seeing as they are my only 2 right wingers I've got in the team. There you can see the league table at the end of August. 5 games played in total in League 2, and we do find ourselves in 3rd, so not a bad position at all. If we can sustain that now and keep heading towards the end of the season, we could be returning to League 1. We could be going up and get promoted. That would be fantastic. Anyway, here is the squad report as well for the end of August. Feel free to pause the video on any of the players that you may be interested in, such as James Wilson, Dele Alli, Jack Grealish. See how they've got on with their first couple of weeks at Shrewsbury Town. And that's going to be about it for this episode. If you didn't know already, guys, you can follow me on both Facebook and Twitter. The links can be found in the description below. That's about it from me then, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.